Hello and welcome back to the Kitchen Club. I wish you all a very happy new year. I'm back with another kitchen routine video today. So as you can see, this is the menu for today. It's a beautiful Saturday morning around 11:30 in the morning and I'm ready with all the pre-preps. All my vegetables have been chopped and I have my rice and moong dal soaked in water for around 10 minutes. So let's start by first cooking the dal and the rice on two of the hobs, and here I'm prepping for the rasam. So I like to freshly grind the spices for the rasam and make rasam so that it is more flavorful, more than using the ready-made or the homemade rasam powder which has been stored for days together. I will list down all the ingredients and the detailed recipe of each and every item that I'm preparing today, so you don't have to worry about it at all. So here I have ground all the spices freshly and I have added around a cup of water and I keep it ready in the bowl. And after that I'm going to add some turmeric powder and the asafoetida and some salt. So my rasam mixture is ready here. Let's keep it aside and let's prepare some coconut milk now. We can also use the store-bought coconut milk, but I like to prepare it at home freshly for this curry. So I have grounded the coconut with some warm water and I'm squeezing out all the milk out of it now. You can use your hands for more efficient squeezing if you want to. So the coconut milk is ready here. Now let's heat up the pans on two of the hobs, one for the rasam and one for the coconut milk curry. Here I have added some mustard and curry leaves for rasam along with some tomatoes. So once the tomato cooks well, we will just add the rasam mixture that we had prepared, and just one boil and the rasam will be ready. So let this cook on this hob and let's start preparing the coconut milk curry on the other hob. I'm adding some chopped onions here. These are shallots or the small onions. Then I have added some pods of garlic, finely chopped ginger, green chilies, curry leaves, and I'm going to roast them really well. Once the onions have roasted, I'm adding some potatoes and carrots here. You can also add some other vegetables of your choice. Drumsticks taste really good in this. You can also add some beans or green peas in this recipe. On the other side, the tomatoes have cooked well, so let's pour our rasam mixture that we had prepared and we will wait till it boils. So just when it is about to boil, it starts to boil, we will squeeze around half lemon into this. So you can alternatively add tamarind water or the tamarind puree in this mixture, rasam mixture, but I prefer adding lemon because that seems to be more healthier. So don't let it boil too much. When it is just ready to boil, squeeze the lemon and switch off the flame, and then we can transfer just the watery part of the rasam into a bowl. And this is the perfect Indian soup. It is very healthy if the kids have cold or fever. Rasam is considered as one of the medicinal soups of South India. So I make this almost every day for my little ones. They really love to have it with rice, or you can just have it like normal soup as well. So on the other side, my vegetables have roasted well. I'm adding little bit of water here so that they cook really well, and around 1 teaspoon of the coconut milk. Not adding too much of coconut milk at this point, but just a little bit to give the coconut flavor to the vegetables. So when the vegetables are well cooked, let's add the dal. I'm using Pasi Parupu or the moong dal here, the yellow moong dal, which has been nicely boiled and mashed well. And let's add some water to it to get the right consistency. Mix it together well and let it cook for a few minutes, say for about 2 to 3 minutes. So after around 3 minutes, the dal and the vegetables have cooked together really well, and now let's add some salt to it. I will list down all the ingredients with their measurements in the description box below, so do not forget to check that out. I'm adding some salt here and then I will switch off the flame and add the coconut milk. And so we have to be very careful at this point. We cannot add the coconut milk when the gas is still on or it is very hot, because that might spoil the milk and the curry will not taste good at all. So I have switched off the flame and I'm adding the coconut milk here. And now once it has all mixed together well, let's squeeze one lemon. So this is a big size lemon, so I have used half a lemon. If you have a small sized one, you can squeeze one lemon fully. So let's prepare the tempering for the curry now. I have added around 1 teaspoon, 1.5 teaspoon of oil, adding some jeera to it, and once the jeera has spluttered, some curry leaves and some red chilli, dried red chilli. So this is the perfect tempering for this coconut curry. So our curry is ready. This is the authentic Sodhi or the coconut milk curry. Now let's prepare the ginger chutney. This is the perfect combination for the coconut curry because while the coconut milk curry is very nutritious, full of the good fats, the goodness of coconut, the vegetables in it, it is a very rich curry, but at the same time a little heavy on the tummy. So the ginger chutney aids in digestion and it is the perfect combination. And it tastes great with the coconut milk curry. So here I have added 1 teaspoon of oil, some urad dal, red chillies and chopped ginger. So let's saute this until the ginger is nicely roasted. Both the sides of each of the ginger piece should be golden brown and we need to saute it till then. Adding a small piece of tamarind here. You can alternatively add tamarind paste while you're grinding, but if you're using raw tamarind, it is best to add it here. And then around 1 tablespoon of shredded coconut, fresh coconut here. So let's saute them together well and let it cool, and once it has cooled, add half tablespoon of jaggery, powdered jaggery and some salt and grind it well to get the chutney consistency. And now let's prepare the tempering for the chutney. Take around a teaspoonful of oil, add some mustard seeds and urad dal, curry leaves and the ground chutney. We can add some water here just to get the right consistency that we need for a chutney. This is a very healthy chutney. We can keep it in the fridge and use it for 1 week with all the meals that we have throughout the week. And now that the lunch is ready, the curry, the chutney, the rasam and the rice as well, let's just clear the platform or the kitchen countertop and make sure it is totally dirt free before we serve the lunch. So I'm just cleaning it all. And just to complete the meal, a roasted papad is a must. So there we are with our lunch plate. This is a perfect South Indian authentic meal on a weekend. This is a luxury food. The coconut milk curry, the ginger chutney, it tastes divine together. The curry tastes yummy with rice mainly, but you can also have it with chapati and it tastes equally good. The leftover curry can be used with dosa for dinner as well. That's what I'm going to do tonight. So after lunch, it's time to clean up. I have loaded my dishwasher and I will also do a quick cleanup of the kitchen countertop. And then it is time to relax for an hour or so before tea time. So just take a little nap, do some activities with the kids before it's tea time again, and I head back to my kitchen. So kitchen is already clean. Now just before tea time, I'm doing a little bit of prep for the week. I'm making spices for the 2 weeks, the coming weeks. I am making coriander powder and red chilli powder today. So I've taken around 1 cup of coriander and going to slightly roast it. We do not want it to change color or something, just to make sure that the moisture is completely gone from it. Alternatively, sometimes I like to keep it in the sunlight outside, let it dry in the sunlight and then grind it. But today I'm just roasting it, and then also the red chilies, roasting it just to make sure that the moisture completely goes away. We will let these cool and then grind them later, but meanwhile when these are cooling down, let's prepare some snacks for the week. Here I have taken another pan, a fresh pan, not the same one that I used for roasting the spices, and I'm making some laddus for the week. So I make sure I make some or the other snack for the week. So here we are making the laddus. So I'm making rava and coconut laddu today, 3 tablespoons of ghee and then roasting half a cup of rava in it. Roast the rava well till it starts changing color and it gives out a nice aroma. Then adding half a cup of dried shredded coconut and 3/4 cup of sugar. I am using raw sugar here, so I have taken 3/4 cup. If you want to use refined sugar, then I think half a cup should be good enough. Then adding very little milk to give it some moisture, and then here we are ready to roll the laddus. Let's leave this mixture to cool down a little bit before we can make laddus, and meanwhile our roasted spices are ready to be ground. They have cooled down, so let's grind it now. So just 3-4 rounds of grinding should be good enough to get a nice fine coriander powder. So the powder is ready now, and let's store it in a airtight container which is totally dry without any moisture in it. So I got around 200 grams of coriander powder, I think, which should be good enough for 3 weeks for me. And here now let's grind the red chilies. So we have to be very careful when we are grinding these spices. If we are very sensitive, I would not recommend you to do this at home at all. So be very careful. Tap it multiple times before opening it so that the powder totally settles down. Open it on the other side, not facing yourself. And also the chili powder, I like to leave it for some time and transfer it into the container only after about half an hour so that the powder doesn't fly around in the kitchen. I'm just closing this pan which I use for roasting the red chilies and keeping it away. I can use it for next use when I'm making some curry or something. Also, let's clean the surface totally, making it free from any spices that might have flown and come onto the kitchen countertop. So my laddu mixture has also cooled down, making laddus here using a tablespoon or any round spoon, so that all the laddus are of the similar shape and size. So my laddus will also be ready in few minutes. It's almost tea time. I'm also making tea simultaneously. My laddus are ready for the week. I usually like to make some savory snacks as well, but today there's not much time, so I am leaving it here. It's almost time to have the tea and take the kids out to the playground. So we are having some beetroot chips, the store-bought beetroot chips with laddus today for tea. And that's all for today, friends. Now that is my typical weekend routine. So this is a Saturday today. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, do not forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the Kitchen Club for more videos like this, and I will see you next time in the next one. Till then, take care.